Alright, marketing class, my name is Tucker Pettigrew, and in this video I will be going over slide 22 in the Fab 50 graphics, the decision-making set slide, where customers winnow alternatives in order to choose their ideal product. Let's start with the basics. When considering a purchase, you start with every product on the market. Now, of every model, you're only going to be aware of a few options. The larger the market, the more unlikely it is for you to be aware of every single possible option, and you cannot consider buying anything of which you are not aware. Now, even though you are aware of certain brands, it does not mean you will consider them. Each person has their own implicit biases against brands that would prevent that person from considering them. This could range from company values to perceived quality of the brand to any other option. Sometimes you might not even know you have this bias, but it is present nonetheless. Now the decision process begins. Most people begin this process by considering the values that are most important to them. These could be price, effectiveness of the product, or even something as simple as the design of the packaging. Eventually, you will narrow your list down to just two. This is the point where you really have to choose. Depending on the product, you may begin a free trial, a test drive, or anything that makes you feel more comfortable about your potential purchase. The key to the choice set is that you do significantly more investigation into the products than the consideration set. By the end, you make your choice. In this slide, that choice is the Mac computer. Now, let's look at an example. Let's say you are trying to determine which business school to attend in South Carolina. Now, as a Clemson graduate, you know the best place to begin this search is Google.com. So you type this into Google and see what comes up. You recognize the first result and click on the US News link. So here are all of your options according to this site. You have Clemson, South Carolina, College of Charleston, Winthrop, the Citadel, South Carolina State, Coastal Carolina, Francis Marion, and any other business school that may not appear on the site. Now, because you're lazy, you decide not to look at any other sources. So these 8 are the only schools of which you are aware. Now, there are many options here. How do you narrow it down? First, your implicit biases come into play. As a Clemson alumnus or alumna, for some unknown reason, you might have a bias against a certain school in this state. Just for the example, let's say that school is the University of South Carolina. So you are down to 7 schools in your consideration set. Still a lot, right? After considering your options, you decide it's best for you to attend a top 100 business school according to US News. This narrows your list down to just 2. Clemson and College of Charleston. Finally, You go take visits at these schools, look up the tuition cost, potential scholarships, class size, and even athletics. Ultimately, you make your choice. And you pick Clemson University. So that's it. Those are the basics of decision-making sets. Hopefully, next time you are making a purchase, you will realize that you are applying these winnowing techniques in your own life.